Hi friends and friendly subscribers, welcome back to my channel. This is Inner Hill Tarot, and today we're going to do unboxing of this French tarot deck of uh, the Le Voyage de l'Esprit Japonais. I'm so sorry, my French is non-existent actually, but I'm really like this tarot because it's a set about tarot yokai, which is like yokai is the Japanese spirits basically, and I'm going to do unboxing of this deck, but at the same time I'm going to do energy pairing with Yokai Yochi Tarot by Bubba Plague. That's came out last year or 2 years ago, I think, somewhere around that time. It didn't say. Anyway, I will check out again. I'm excited about this deck together because first of all, even though it's like a French edition of a Tarot Yokai deck, I don't know if they have an English edition or not, but I got the French edition one. But so what happened is I'm excited to see because Yokai Yochi is quite premium price actually, and probably a lot of people didn't get to get it, especially if you're living in Europe. It's very, first of all, it's very expensive to buy this deck. I got the first edition, but the creator Bubba Plague had like the second edition, but I don't know what happened to it. I never heard anyone in Europe has the second edition of this deck, at least in the community, so I don't know what's happening. But with this Tarot Yokai, even though it's in French edition, I think it can be interesting, and we shall see the energy pairing between these two decks, what's happening. And probably this can be like a nice and affordable alternative from Yokai Yochi tarot deck. Okay, it comes with, like, it seems a very nice guidebook. I mean, to be honest, I also I can ask my partner about the meaning of the cards, so it's not totally useless guidebook for me. Let's see when this is like 2023, so it is really nice. It's new. I think I never heard this in a English edition. So, but it says it's nuinui.ch, so it is like a Chinese, it seems like it's a Chinese account or a website, but it seems like a French artist that created it. It's really nice. I don't understand the meaning, of course, but like I said, I like the idea of having it together with the Yokai Yochi, just to see the energy together. So the Mariana Zanetta, she has the PhD, I think, in anthropology and religious studies in the Oriental religious studies. So she did like a research of the Japanese culture, I think. So I think she's yeah, I'm not sure if this is like it has like a English version of it, but so far I didn't see it. So anyway, let's just check it out, the cards. The book itself is really nice, the guidebook, and it's come with like pretty nice well, it's kind of regular bag, but at least it comes with a bag, actually, the deck. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, it's really thin, the card. It's not good, actually. The card is super thin. I don't like it. You will see it's very, very different from the Yokai Yochi deck. But nevertheless, let's try. To open the Yokai Yochi. And compared to the Yokai Yochi, of course, it's Yokai Yochi has like better cardstock and it has a gold edge to it, because this is like very expensive collectible art deck as well, so it's better have some advantages compared to the mass market. But in any case, let's see how the energy pairing up, and please do enjoy the show. Hold on, it comes with the cup first. So let's try with cups. And the next one is the coin suit. So gonna do the coin suit as well. Okay, so this is the Okay guys, we just finished energy pairing and silent flip through of these two beautiful deck of Taro Yokai and Yokai Yochi Taro. What do I think of this deck? First of all, I think both of deck is quite beautiful in my opinion, but it's just they highlight two different aspects of yokai. I feel I think the Taro Yokai in itself is concentrating a lot on more of like manifestation of the spirits and the in the elemental realm, you know, whereas in the Yokai Yochi they're including a lot of the fact that if you have like old furniture, like vintage furniture can become a yokai in itself. So the belief, one part of the yokai belief is that your furniture, whatever your own, have energy inside it. So if it's with you for more than 50 to 60 years, they starting to have a life on of its own. So in like the sandals here. So I think Yokai Yochi Taro is emphasizing a lot on that, whereas in Taro Yokai, it's more like a story of the mythical story and how a being, an animals, or a spirit in an elemental realm, you know, it's emphasizing a lot in the shape-shifting quality of the elemental and the spirits. Basically, I don't see so much old furniture that's become a yokai highlighted in the Taro Yokai in itself. Which one is good? I think both has its own highlights. For example, I like the way that they explore a lot of the story for each cards, even though I don't know much about the yokai in itself, and but I feel that both deck you really need to have a little bit of understanding of the yokai lore in itself, otherwise it's quite confusing because it's quite an advanced deck, I think. And if you buy them and you don't use it for reading, mostly just like, you know, for like the art's sake basically. And it's also a valid point if you want to have a tarot deck, but I think if you want to read with this tarot, both tarot deck, you really need to have like sufficient knowledge about the energy of the yokai in itself, because a process of how things and spirit become yokai, it's not just like you died and you become a yokai. That's not the definition. That's not the correct 100% definition of a yokai in my opinion. It's more like there's always like a different story altogether, you know, like from, for example, like La Papes here, the high priestess, right? The high priestess here, she's probably like a spirit from the water and taking a different what do you call it, taking a different shape. That's why I said that this deck have like a lot of shape-shifting quality in them into the fox. And I think a lot of the deck here has foxes iconography in the Taro Yokai, and in a way it's kind of like become inferior because it's taking too much the space of the fox and the wolf in this deck. But somehow also both on this deck, even though it's quite different, but also it's kind of have overlap. For example, the Leamor, I don't know how to pronounce it in French, sorry. So this is like the lover card, which is the emperor Emperor and Empress in the Yokai Yochi deck. So, and they dress really alike, you know, so it can be like from the same deck kind of thing. So definitely I think the Taro Yokai probably have inspiration from Yokai Yochi. I don't know. It's just because look at the clothing, it's so similar. The emperor with the male fox and the female fox. It's quite similar looking. So I think it can derive from the same deck. I don't know. And the lovers itself in Yokai Yochi is like this. Because Yokai Yochi, I think it's more into like yokai from a perspective of ghosts and spirits, and from the Taro Yokai itself, it's more like yokai from the perspective of shape-shifting. A lot of the yokai that they pronounce or they put in here are like shape-shifter quality of yokai, whereas this is just like a spirit. It is a ghost, an emanation kind of feel. And also I think I don't see any Karasu Tengu in the Taro Yokai, which is, it's a bit weird because Karasu Tengu is like one of the main yokai character. It's a very famous yokai, you know, the Tengu. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but maybe because like I said again, they more concentrating on the aspect of shape-shifting of the character of the yokai. Anyway, but the interesting thing here, because this is like a Thoth deck, and this is a Raider White Smith deck. So this is like the Justice card is number 11, and this is the Strength card number 11. And they have the same kind of exact animal, which is the Kirin. The Kirin is the mythical animal, like almost like a unicorn in the Eastern lore kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's funny. And the death, let's see what is the death here, because in here it said is the Shinogami. So Shinogami is the death god in here. So let's see what is in the Yokai Yochi. Hagonko, incense that can show the spirits of the dead within its smoke. This person who, so it's, yeah, so it's not Shinogami, it's the smoke that can create, can imbue the death, can take the death aura and make it into more reality kind of thing. That is so funny. And it's also, it's funny about the temperance here, because this is like the nine-tailed fox, the kitsune, and in here is the kappa. And they put the kappa in other cards and energy in this deck, so I will just put in here to see. The devil looks pretty much the same actually in these two decks. It's like yeah, a ghost of a woman basically, but this is doesn't look like a ghost. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. You see like the devil here, and they almost looks like have the same kind of face, which is like, for me, it's very interesting. It's like the cat like face. The star is different, and also the moon with the hair, it's way back in the back side in this deck. Also have the same kind of category, like 9 of Wands have the same image with the moon as a major arcana. in the Yokai Yochi, which to me it feels very fascinating actually. And also this is another fascinating stuff, which is like the sun with the karasu. Karasu is the crow. I don't know why it has the crow together. Let's see the significance of this, okay? The sun. Yatagarasu, a three-legged crow. Oh yeah, it is the same, three-legged crow that can live in the sun. They also serve as messenger and servant of the sun god Amaterasu. Okay, so that makes sense because it's quite famous crow. So both deck using the same iconography, three-legged crow. That is really cool actually. And also the judgment card, it looks like one card actually. It's like this. This is like judged by three lights, and this guy judging three people, three souls. Very fascinating actually. That's why I like to do this kind of type of video, because sometimes you see like the connection, even though it seems like almost impossible thing, but sometimes it's very real, the connection. So in here the kappa is in the Three of Cups, and in the Yokai Yochi is coming out as Temperance. Fascinating. It's a little bit different style and energy though. So other things, you see like in here it's all like old furniture, old vintage umbrella that becomes a spirit on its own. This one is not, it's a bit different, but most of the character in Yokai Yochi has this quality. For example, this Eight of Cups here have a similarities also with some characteristic on the other deck. Where is it? Can we see it? No, I cannot see it anymore. How come? I think, yeah, there is like a kitsune party that's look quite a bit the same. Anyway, this is also the kappa again, and this is another nightmarish quality of the kappa that can kill people and make disappearance of a person. And this demon also, it's a seven of coins there, but in here is become a different. So this is with this guy. Hanya. Oops, where is this guy? Cannot see him anymore. Yeah, you see like the Knight of Pentacles here. It's the same kind of monster actually, but in this deck is as a Knight of Pentacles, and in this deck in the Tarot Yokai as a Seven of Pentacles actually. So it's still the same of energy, but it's become a different archetype in these two different deck basically. It's fascinating because Seven of Pentacles is like the energy of patience and saving money, and you know, sit down and watch your money grows. but also the Knight of Pentacles is like one of the slowest energy in the deck. Like, you know, it's also like a teaching about patience, to watch your money grow. So like your effort in creating wealth, it's quite slow if you got like a page or Knight of Pentacles, but nevertheless it will grow. It's almost the same feeling with the Seven of Pentacles energy actually. So that's why probably the same kind of yokai is used. And I would like to say also about this one, a Page of Wands and a 5, the Hierophant energy is the same character. Let me see what is this character, Page of Wands, and if it is this the right one. I'm so sorry guys, I'm not really fully prepared for this one. I'm not really used this deck so much actually, because it's just too many yokai, but I really like the artwork, so that's why. Hakutaku, an auspicious beast of luck and joy that has the knowledge of all yokai. Because of this, evil spirits stay away from charms of its depiction. Okay, so it's a Hakutaku. Let's see in here if it's like a Hakutaku as well. Number 5. Yes, it's the same Hakutaku as well as Le Pape. So yeah, it is a same beast basically portrayed, but it's very interesting. It's like one is as a Page of Wands, and another is the Hierophant, which is like also kind of telling me the focus of the deck. Like I said again, this deck is really more taking care of the spirits, of the elemental spirit, and the quality of yokai that can camouflage or shape-shifting, you know. That's why like Hakutaku become the Hierophant, because he has the knowledge of all yokai. Therefore, if you want to know which yokai is this and which kind of shape-shifting is this, you go to Hakutaku, and that's why it makes sense in here as the Hierophant energy, which is like in here the Hakutaku, because the focus is not just shape-shifting, but also is like recognize that old furniture also can become a yokai. So this is just become an energy that learning what is the meaning of yokai actually, right? Like if because Page is always is looking for something, and in here Page of Staff or Page of Wands, meaning that he's looking for knowledge, or not knowledge but like spirit, you know, passion. So his passion is like learning about all of the yokai. So because yeah, it's not the focus, so he's not the Hierophant here. So it's very fascinating to see the different kind of focus of energy of the deck that can make the focus and the depiction is very different of all the yokai here. So there is still a few that I found is quite overlap between the two decks, but it's already 40 minutes. I hope you actually enjoy this video, and if you do, please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comments. I would like to know, because I like the deck, this one, but I feel that I really have to have the time to translate all the stories, because it's all about a lot of this is about shape-shifting energy within the deck, you know. So I'm not sure if I would have the time really to understand all the story. I have to ask my partner to to translate them all to English. I'm not sure if he's gonna appreciate that or not. And at the same time, look at this this the sameness of this energy. So one is the King of Wands and one is the Ten of Pentacles energy, and it's the same yokai. It's fascinating how the understanding of yokai and the focus on which yokai itself can create a different type of archetypes in this two yokai deck. Okay, so I still have another yokai deck, and also it's French deck, but it's more oracle, so I will do a separate video of this. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget also to subscribe, share, and comments again. Thank you so much for your time watching this video. Let me know if you like this video and you like this type of video, energy pairing. And yeah, thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.